There, Lex, I've been telling you that even though I'm technically a bitch, you've done not be a bitch no more. Get your ass in the gym. Don't be the bitch. Got me? I mean it. Oh shit in the driveway.
It's never too late to change your life. The story's not over. The ending is mine. Whatever it takes to see you smile.
So to get rolling in style, we've got our water, aminos in here ready to go. I got my tropical flavor. This is going down, and then it's quad session. Touch me. Hell yeah. So plan for the day is, as you know, when I've been flying a lot, it's been messing with my knees. According to the physio, it's due to the pressure changes and long haul flying, so up and down, and because it's so many, aggravated the tendons behind and around the kneecap, and that caused inflammation, which caused it painful for me to do anything. I couldn't even kneel down at one stage when we were in Australia. It was really, really bad. So since coming back, I've been making sure I haven't been pushing the knees, I've been working around them, I've not been putting stress on them, I've been doing my little warm-up things, which I'm going to show you in this workout, and it has been working. We are back on track. I have no more traveling to do, in theory, on a heavy schedule anyway this year, so there is no excuses. I want to get back into the squats, I want to get back into deadlifts, I want to repair my broken bum. Some of you don't know, I was involved in an accident a couple of years ago. It tore my glute med and messed up my left shoulder. Shoulder seems fine, the glute is seemingly okay, gets a little bit stressed under heavy load, but we're going to fix all of this, and we're going to do that by trying some different shit with Lainey today. So we're going to be taking you through quads, some hammies, and I'm going to smash some triceps in there as well. It's going to be one hell of a good workout day. This is the beginning of the new programming. This is the beginning of getting back on track. I'm not going to lie to you guys, the travelling beat me down. It didn't beat me down just physically, it beat me down mentally and physically. Took all my mental, took all the want away from everything. Work, training, the lot. I was just exhausted, and I have a really bad habit of just driving through, and that's not what I'm doing anymore. So we're back, we're being positive, and we're getting this shit done. Let's crack on. Training sessions, tutorials, we are back on it. Welcome home. Welcome back to the gym tutorials, guys. It feels good to be back. So straight in, we're looking at my warm-up movement that I will live and die by as being one of the best warm-up movements you can do for every leg session. It is so simple, but so effective. So it's literally sitting, looking like I'm just swinging my legs and pointing my toes, but there's more to it. You are just sitting and swinging out, but what you also have to do is you have to set your core nice and tight, shoulders back, chest up, and maintain an upright body motion so that when you kick out to full extension, you should feel a pull down all the way down the hamstring, from the Achilles all the way down the hamstring. So the point of this movement is to, one, get the knees warmed up, but also to stretch out those hamstrings and get everything moving. It is a fantastic movement and I highly recommend it. Followed Lainey in this workout, and so went through doing some dumbbell squats. So I can't squat yet with the bar because the knees are still needing to be rehabbed into that. So this was a great alternative. Using a 40 kilogram dumbbell, squatting down, making sure that my toes are slightly out, knees following the toes, and getting a nice 90-degree squat on there. It did get pretty hard to hold that dumbbell out in front. I made sure that my core was braced at all times, chest up, head neutral, and shoulders back. So it is quite a good core workout alongside being a quad workout. We then supersetted that with light barbell lunges of a 30 rep set. This pump was insane. But not only is it a great pump, this is a really nice movement. If you have issues with any knee pain and things like that, this is creating overload through volume. So what we're not doing here is stressing the joints with a heavy movement followed by a heavy movement. We're overloading the muscle, we're creating that stimulus for growth, but we're doing it through a way which helps the knees rehab. So not only am I getting that overload that I want, what I'm also doing is moving the knee joints through ranges of motion that I want it to progress through. My knees have been really bad simply because of the long haul fly. It's a pain in the ass. I really wanted to get back into the squatting, but my knees were just too painful, and I was sense over ego, and I avoided them. So I concentrated on leg press, rehabbing, and leg extensions, and other work that I could do that did not create pain. Wherever it did start to ache, I backed off. And I just try to be progressive at all times, and it seems to be working now. My knees are feeling much better. There was no pain through this workout. Now what I would say is, guys, is that prevention is better than cure. So if you don't have knee wraps or knee sleeves, I would highly advise getting some. They are fantastic to start using from the get-go. They provide so much support, especially for people with narrow joints like myself. So taking a look at the final set here again, squats straight into those lunges. But what I want to show you here is the pump was so crazy because I was wearing the new compression wear, and I'm not used to wearing this. And what it did, not only did it keep me warm, but it kept the blood in the muscle like you wouldn't believe. I actually have to shake my legs off here because I was getting pins and needles in my quads. It was absolutely crazy, but that is a very, very good thing, helping hold the blood in the muscle, and helping keep the knees and joints warm again. And that's the job of compression wear. So if you are training in a cold environment, make sure you're wrapping up your joints, make sure that you're utilizing clothing that you have available to you. Be sensible. It's not just a fashion statement. When you're in there, guys, you need to be thinking about the health of your body. So here you can pause moments to complete the final sets of the lunges. This was a 5th and final set, and it got seriously hard, to the point where it almost felt overpumped. Just standing up afterwards was agony. So great movement. Highly recommend this, guys. If you are one of those people that struggle at squatting, or maybe just bored of it for a little bit and you want some variation, those dumbbell squats into lunges was great. Now, this was a bit of a hybrid leg workout, so I wanted to include more functional work in my training from here on out, and we're doing this through kettlebells, bag work, bar work, whatever. So here I'm doing hip thrusts with a kettlebell toss. Don't forget you're tossing and thrusting when you're in the gym. But seriously, guys, this is a really good movement. You don't have to do it like I'm doing it here, throwing and catching. You can just do single arm at one time, do 10 reps one arm, 10 reps the other, and then I went into hip thrusts from there. The whole time through this, what I'm concentrating on is exploding through the hips, driving through my heels, and squeezing glutes at the top. That is even more concentrated when you're doing the thrusts like this here. You can really concentrate on squeezing the glutes. Now for me, if you don't know, I had a glute med tear from a car accident a couple of years ago, so for me this is a really great exercise. But even if you're fit and healthy, these glute squeezes and this motion is great for lower back, glutes, and also does bring it onto the quads quite nicely. Plus you're getting a little bit of shoulder motion in there as well, which is always good. The more you can move your shoulder through ranges of motion, the less likely you're going to get injuries and things. Moving on then, I have found the closest thing I can do to a squat is this reverse hack squat on this specific machine. It is absolutely fantastic. I get zero knee pain and I can get a really nice strict squat like motion. What I'm hoping is that this is going to rehab me into being able to do the free bar squats again. Here what you're looking for is the fact that I have my shoulders back, my chest up, and I do have a vacuumed core here. I'm pulling my stomach in. You can't see it because the plate that I'm stood on is at an angle, so that's obviously making everything lean forward, including my t-shirt, which is billowing out. But I'm keeping my stomach in, and at the top I'm squeezing glutes at the top before going down into the squat motion. I'm driving up through the heels and keeping weight on the heels as I go down. I kept my hands in front as if I was doing a front squat, and this is kind of what this is like a mimic of. It is a close mimic to what a front squat would feel like with the free bar in terms of where the weight is placed. And showing you the final set here. Now you can see I have put knee sleeves on at this point. So the weight's gone up. I had 4 plates on a side. These are 20 kilo plates. Now obviously that would be 160 kilograms, but this is a leveraged machine, so machine to machine it's going to be different. Some machines will need stacking up and some will only need a few plates. Whatever's a good weight that gets you that 8 to 12 rep range, that's what you go with. Here what you'll see is I come down, you see a bit of butt wink on one, you'll see me reset. I get to the top, and what I do is here I think, and I stop, I reset, and you'll see me squeeze my glutes, go back into the motion, and then drive up much cleaner. I'm keeping my shoulders back and chest up and driving through the heels at all times. This felt really good. I'm making sure that my knees, ankles, and hips are all in alignment, driving up. And here, that final couple of reps now, my legs were actually shaking here, and it looks like it's quite easy on the camera, but in the real life that was a real grinder, that last rep. So again, every single set I'm doing 5 sets of everything, I'm stopping one prior to kind of that failure point. So grinder reps and then stop. Try not to overload at all times. It just risks injury and there's no real added benefit to it. So then moving on to the triceps with underhand extension on the cables. Now what I want to concentrate on here is my body posture. You see how my arms are finishing at a very slight forward angle? That keeps the load on the triceps. I'm maintaining that with soft knees, hips kicked back. I have a vacuumed stomach and my chest up, shoulders back. But also what I concentrate on during this, which I found, is I have a tendency to put my head
forward. So what I'm trying to do here, as well as having soft knees, hips back, vacuum stomach, chest up, I am then also pulling my chin in, and you'll really see it on this final set, which I'll show you now. Pulling my chin in aligns my spine, my head, and everything as it should be. And it stops you doing what I call pigeon necking. And it's a real bad habit that a lot of bodybuilders and a lot of people develop. So you'll see me here tuck my chin in before we go, and you'll see my posture looks very clean and very upright. It's a really, really nice motion, this, guys, especially if you suffer from any kind of elbow pain while doing tricep work. This underhand grip is fantastic for avoiding that. Keeping that forward angle on the arm as you come down and not letting the shoulders roll forward maintains load on the tricep at all times, and it is a really great movement. One of my favorite movements, in fact, I'd have to say. I've kept my knee wraps on, as you can see here, and that's simply because it's cold in England at the moment, and I wanted to keep the heat in the knees to help them cool down afterwards and not get rapidly cooled down and then seize up, which can happen, which is what's been happening with my tendons and ligaments around the knee anyway. Moving on, then, hammer grip rope extensions. The exact same rules apply in here. Because I've taken the t-shirt off, you can really see now my posture. Look how vacuumed my stomach is. My chest is up. I've tucked my chin in, so my neck is there. You see me tuck it there. My neck is nice and tall. It's not coming forward, especially as I drive down. That's going to be the point where you will pigeon neck. So I hope all this really helps. Really try and put it into practice, guys. Let me know how you find it, and hit up that comment section with anything else you want me to really concentrate on, and I'll get it done. Thank you, guys.
So we are home, and god damn, that felt good to be back. It felt great. Felt awesome. No knee pain. I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to improve. We're going to get better. Hopefully you're going to get better with me. Not only that, Lainey and I are starting to work together way more on the nutritional front. So be prepared to be seeing a lot of linking of the awesome food that this little lady makes me on a daily basis. She's in the current process of writing up an entire ebook, which is going to cover food, desserts, shakes, smoothies, a whole host of goodness. And I'm going to link you now right in the bottom here. Shh. It's the best protein cake you're going to eat. Link below. And check it out. That is all good for you. That is a high protein, low fat, moderate carb, epic post-workout, post-meal meal. The link is below. You can thank this lovely lady. Make sure to check it out. And that is the end of our day for today. We're going to chill out, watch some movies, because I am taking my lead and I'm not going to be a workaholic. I'm going to switch off. And it's important, guys, remember, sometimes you just gotta